against all these broads. So I'm not sure how this is gonna work out, but let's start. Hun, what is your name? What is it you do? And are you OnlyFans?
My name is Christina Santa. I do a lot of different things. I've done construction, roofing.
What?
Yeah. That's what I was doing before OnlyFans.
Really? I've never known this.
I've also been a stripper.
I've known you for 8 years and I've never known this.
So wait a second. You were actually being a very productive member of society before you started doing OnlyFans.
You know what? I still give back to the community.
Correct.
So it's a different. Hopefully, you know what?
A different charity.
I know it sounds hypocritical to say, because I do OnlyFans as well. To say that I'm maybe doing positive things, I feel like that is hypocritical, because I feel like there's somewhat of...
Not many positives of guys looking at your stuff and jacking off.
But at the same time, there's still positives that come from it and still positive things about it. But I will say I can see that there could be a dark side if somebody, like, certain users. I feel like, yeah. Okay,
so we have an OnlyFans girl here with a conscience. Let's move over here. Who are you and what do you do?
My name is Diamond Franco. I'm 22 and I do OnlyFans.
Oh, with that type of name, I had no doubt.
You know, I actually lifeguarded and managed like a sex store before this.
You managed a sex store.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I love it.
I see. So you're definitely a capitalist.
Yeah.
Okay. So we had this. Did you have any normal jobs before that?
I lifeguarded and taught little kids how to swim. So I was a swim instructor.
So all the little boys were really nice to you.
Goodness, yes.
Yeah, I bet they were. Okay, let's go down the line. Who are you, and are you OnlyFans as well?
Hi guys, I'm Chantal.
Oh, that voice for sure.
What?
She has a hot voice.
I was just using my proper voice, but okay. I'm Chantal Gracias, and yes, I do OnlyFans.
Okay. And did you have any normal jobs?
I did, yes. I was a server for Smith & Walensky's.
Okay.
Fine dining.
What is your name, and are you OnlyFans?
My name is Patricia. I do OnlyFans, but I'm also transitioning out into real estate. I just got my real estate license.
Okay, and lastly, who are you, and are you OnlyFans?
My name is Justine Jacobs with a K, and yes, I do OnlyFans. I also do real estate. Before this, I did healthcare. I've done sales, and then insurance. I've done a lot of different things.
Okay, let's get right down to it. Some of you guys said you did OnlyFans, but some of you guys said OnlyFans and something else. Are you ashamed that you have to take money from beta males? Is that why you guys do other things as well?
I have no shame for what I do at all. I have no shame.
Neither do I.
'Cause I have pride in it, actually. I do provide a service to the world. Do you know how much anger and male frustration would be out there if they didn't get to jack off? Come on, if they don't get to come, this would be a much more violent place.
I see. So
You're welcome.
we have. Well, I got a wife and kids, so I'm not in that category. But when it comes down to it, you basically have men who are paying you money, just like a junkie goes to a drug dealer. Do you have any conscience whatsoever?
Do sugar companies have conscience?
Hold on. We're not talking about this. This is whataboutism. Do you have any conscience of all the men whose lives you might be ruining?
No. I do a great job. I provide a service, and they are actually better off. They're better off.
Okay, you're laughing over here.
I'm sorry.
Let me hear. You're laughing.
Lives are ruining.
I am bettering their lives.
Right.
How are you bettering?
Exactly.
Tell me how you're bettering their lives.
Making it more exciting. Making it more fun. This is
Well,
voyeuristic
first of all,
exhibitionism.
my love, I feel like people have a choice in what they want to spend their money on. And if they want to spend their money on me, then spend your fucking money on me.
So you're a capitalist.
And I am making your life better with my presence, correct?
How are you making men's lives better? I need to understand this because I'm not getting how a man who could.
Well, you know what? There's some men.
I'm not getting how a man who could be looking for a wife and kids and then fucking buys your OnlyFans or your OnlyFans.
Why isn't he
jacks
out?
off and then he's not actually looking for that wife and kids.
Why isn't he out? Why isn't he out looking for the wife and kids then? Why are you online?
Wait, ladies.
Sometimes he is
One at a
married
time.
and he has a kid and they want to live out that fantasy that their wife doesn't provide. So
Right.
they go on OnlyFans
Or-
to have that little excitement, to have that virtual feeling.
Or why you're saying that that the man can be looking for, his wife. Why isn't he fucking doing that instead of on my OnlyFans?
You're acting like they're having mutually
like,
exclusive.
are we like forcing
he
them?
could be doing
Am I holding
both.
a gun to your head?
Well, if you put some meat by a bear, you expect him to fucking eat it.
But also,
Then have more discipline as a man.
Men are dogs, they're
I
gonna eat.
see. So
Also,
are
don't
you?
go-
Are you? I'll get you. I promise. When it comes down to you, you're dressed pretty provocatively. Fuck that word up. But when it comes down to it, some men would look at you and be like, "Damn, I want to buy your OnlyFans," because they're weak to the flesh. You don't feel any fucking remorse for that whatsoever.
No,
zero.
Okay.
none.
Zero. No.
We can only take
Oh.
we can only take accountability for ourselves and what we do, and we
Yeah,
can't
that's not
really
my problem.
control anyone
Exactly.
else's
That's not my problem.
like decision making at the end of the day.
I don't run a
We're only
charity.
accountable for ourselves.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that is what it
Let me
is.
go to her, and then I'm gonna
So-
say some things.
I would say I feel different case to case because I feel like for the most part the guys on there, they're having a good time, they can support it, but I do feel bad about the guys that maybe are struggling in their life because they're not able to afford this and whatever else they have going on. I do feel bad about certain situations.
They're still
and,
purchasing them.
and it is still there.
No,
That's
they're
their own-
porn
it is-
addicts.
No, I
They're
agree.
literal
I
porn
do
addicts.
feel.
I
I
do
don't.
agree.
I
So
I
accept
do
that
have a
you
little
are
bit of
and get
conscience
help.
about that.
Yeah.
Like
No,
figure it
I
out.
agree with you because like there are some of my
Yeah.
like clients where
What do you mean?
I do feel bad because like I know like they're sending me what they can and not what they like have.
So this is what it feels like to me. It feels like all you guys are OnlyFans, but you two have a conscience, and you three over here are like, Matt, fuck that.
No.
I'm getting my
The
back.
fuck?
Is that what I'm hearing?
It's not. I mean, I care.
Oh,
but I
come
don't, I don't
on
wanna,
now.
I don't want to like harm people, but at the same time, at the end of the day, when you say ruining people's lives,
Let's be realistic.
I mean, they
Come
have
on
a
now.
choice.
But at the same time,
They
I
have a
get exactly
choice.
what they're saying too,
Let's be
because everybody has
realistic.
free will to do
They have
it.
a
Let's
choice.
be
So,
realistic, man.
Come
on.
I just,
And I think
look
of
at it,
all
I have a slightly
vices-
different
Why are we
perspective
victimizing
that I
them?
feel
But,
a little bit bad.
Because they're
but
weak men.
Why are we
I
victimizing
also felt bad
them,
for the
though?
guy I had arrested in my
You
house
are still
2
a
days ago.
man
that
to
was-
make a choice.
I felt bad because I saw this guy come out of my house and he literally was living in it for the last few
Oh,
days
yeah, I
while I was out of
remember
town.
this.
And you know what?
You were actually
I
on
felt
the news.
bad for this guy. Today I was on the news and I actually kind of felt bad for the guy. I was like,
But that's a different scenario.
right.
That is a completely
no, it is,
different
it is
scenario.
an absolutely different complete scenario. But I'm just saying in general, like there's certain things where I can just feel bad where maybe I shouldn't feel bad or most people wouldn't.
It's
and I just
empathy.
my
It's
perspective,
empathy.
I don't know.
I'm not saying that I don't have
That's why you're an
empathy.
empath.
Of all-
I'm an empath. That's why we like to put ourselves in other people's shoes, and we have that.
Of all vices, honestly, compared to alcohol, compared to other things, I mean, I really think watching my porn and getting off from an airport squirt fest or some videos
It's-
that I
yeah.
do some voyeuristic
Not
fun
that big of a
that
deal.
are fun for me and it's fun for them to
Okay.
experience. I don't
Okay.
really think
Well,
that's
But
that
that's
bad.
what I'm saying. Like most of the time it's that. I'm just saying
Most
in
of the
some
time.
instances
Yeah.
I would feel a little bit bad if it was a certain situation.
Let me
Try
put
not to think
let
about
me
it.
let me put a scenario out there.
But,
Okay.
So you feel me then a
I
little
do.
bit. Yeah.
I feel you.
Let me put a scenario out there.
Yes.
There are boys right now who are being raised by single mothers,
Yes.
and no woman can teach a boy how to become a man. So a lot of those boys who are being raised by single mothers grow into your fan base, your fan base, your fan base, because they never had any masculine energy in their life, and they don't know how to actually talk to women. So what we have here is a whole bunch of weak-minded beta men, and you are like foxes in the fucking hen house. They're weak, and you are taking advantage of them. Tell me I'm wrong.
At the end of the
You're
day,
not wrong if they're weak-minded. You're taking advantage of them. At the end of
I
the
just-
day, men
I-
take advantage of women every single
Yeah,
day.
yeah,
Bullshit.
I don't
They
really
don't
feel
care.
that bad about
And
it. Yeah,
if they come
historically-
to
don't
your
care.
platform,
I don't
they
feel
know what
like-
they're there for.
I don't feel like
You're
I'm really
victimizing
taking
them.
advantage.
You're victimizing
No,
people's
no,
choices.
you're victimizing
You're
them.
framing
No, I'm
it
not.
like that.
No, I'm not.
That's
I'm providing
framing it in
a
really negative
service.
light.
You're
That doesn't-
providing a service which is cancerous to a lot of men.
A lot of stuff is cancerous.
So
too.
am I
Agreed.
killing this?
Agreed.
Am I killing this
Some guys are
individual?
literally on there just to talk.
I would hope
There's
not.
Like
lines,
literally,
though.
I'm taking a picture and like selling it.
Right.
I don't
At the same time,
understand.
you're not
It's not
selling-
the
Okay,
same thing
so-
as
so
alcoholism.
are you-
I'm not selling
But you're not-
drugs.
Okay, you're right. You're right. Some would say what you're selling is worse. But let me ask you this: are you just selling pictures, or are you actually doing porn?
I sell my own videos. Yes.
So
correct.
you do porn.
Correct,
Do you
yes.
think porn is beneficial to society?
That's.
Nope.
I don't think that porn is beneficial to society, no.
So you admit that you're doing something that's cancerous to society, correct?
No, I'm not going to admit to
Porn
that.
has been around for so long.
But we live in America, and you can plead the Fifth Amendment. So,
I'm going to plead the Fifth.
No, actually, not.
I'm going to fill the Fifth.
Hold on, let me go to her. Do you do porn, yes or no?
Yes.
Do you agree that it's a negative for society?
Yes.
Okay, so...
In general, yes.
Okay, so are you actually putting some of the cancer in society by doing what you're doing?
It's already here, so, I'm leaning in. Because I'm good at it.
So everyone does it, fuck it, I'm doing it too.
I'm really good at it, so.
No, I don't think it's necessarily that.
I think everything in
everyone's.
moderation's fine. Like
Right.
we all have weed pens here. Technically, if we smoke weed pens all the fucking day, it's not good for us. But a little bit of porn does release the happy hormones in our brains.
Dopamine.
I watch porn
We
to
do
get
need
off.
a healthy amount of
Endorphins.
dopamine in our just like going to the movies or skydiving. There's a little bit of dopamine with that, but if you go overboard, that becomes an addiction. And yes, that is not good for
So
society.
you agree, do you do porn, yes or no?
I used to, yeah.
Okay,
I stopped.
when you stop because you recognize you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing, or for another reason?
I stopped for personal reasons. I just didn't align with like what it is anymore. It's not authentic to me.
Yo, girl.
I started doing it with my husband. Like I had someone I was
Okay.
together with, and I felt comfortable doing it because it's something we're doing together.
Yep.
I got divorced. It didn't work out, and I just don't align with.
Do you think one of the reasons you got divorced is because you were doing porn? Be honest.
No, we got divorced because he's a drug addict.
That would be a problem too.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something. If I would call all three of you whores for doing porn, would you actually agree with that, or would that actually offend you?
I don't get offended because I don't get offended by something that I don't believe about myself.
So you don't believe you're a whore, even though
I
you're
do
doing
not.
porn?
No, I do not.
How many
believe I'm a
people
whore.
have ran in you?
Are you asking me a body count? Is that what you're
Exactly.
asking? I have a body count of 9 men.
Damn it.
Well, if this was 1980, that would be considered whore. In today's day and age, that's probably considered normal.
It's
Yeah,
subjective.
I'm 27 years old.
Well,
subjective.
there's women who have 30 at 27, so you're doing way better than them.
I've been only in relationships, really. And then, like,
How many people have you done porn with? How many
One
men?
person.
One person?
Yeah,
Okay, I
somewhere.
think that's a little different.
It's not-
Do you think that's different?
my ex of 5 years.
When a woman does porn with one person, or of a lot, or do you think it's
of
just
course,
fucked
there's
up?
a difference. Of course.
I mean,
I
I
was a
think
whore.
it's probably
I
at
was
least,
definitely a
like
whore.
I think
I'm a whore.
it's at least like
Same,
authentic
girl.
if they're with one person where
I don't know my kid.
it's like a real relationship and
I did game.
I don't know, but I don't know. I'm not going to judge somebody for.
Well, hold on.
I don't think that's really.
Do we not judge pedophiles? Do we not judge murderers?
Oh, there's a difference. Consent and the age of consent.
you're going to
Consent
extremes
and the age
now,
of
though.
consent.
That's
Do not-
extreme.
No, there's boundaries in porn.
Come on,
There's
yeah.
IDs,
Come
there's
on.
verifications, there's
Th-
tests.
this is why we
consent
talk.
and the age of consent are the two
Yep.
main things that are different between what we do and pedophilia. Don't
Yeah.
compare the two.
Okay,
no,
so
that's
you see
extreme.
absolutely nothing that you're doing could lead to pedophilia.
Oh no, because those
We're all grown
men,
adult
when you go
women,
down
so-
that road mentally,
yeah.
you make a choice to say it's okay to go there. As a man, when you make that
Absolutely.
decision to go down there, that is your choice. The moment you make the decision that's no, that's not okay, your brain goes a different way and it becomes disgust. And I
Okay.
know this.
Go ahead. You have anything to add? You've been quiet for a while.
Oh, not really. I mean, I kind of forgot my last.
Okay, do you do porn?
I don't.
Okay, so you would be you just do pictures or what?
I do solo, a lot of pictures. I pretty much stick to OnlyFans is what I've been doing for the last 2 years. So a lot of like video calls or private lives.
Okay, let me ask you as a woman, because women like to slut shame more than men. Do you consider them three whores?
Not at all. I don't like the word whore because I feel like if you're open sexually and you're a sexually active person, this lifetime is way too short to spend it with one person and to experience only one person when there's so many souls and people that you could vibe with and connect with and have.
You don't believe in monogamy?
I love
I
that.
don't believe in monogamy.
Okay.
I do.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. If you don't believe in monogamy, how are you supposed to have a strong nuclear family
Yeah.
that basically flourishes
I
society?
agree with that.
I have a strong family. I have my brothers and sisters that are a foundation.
No,
for
family
me.
of
No,
your
I'm
own.
talking about
But
mom and dad.
I'm talking about like my mom and dad, or
Yes.
like
Did you have a mom and dad?
Yeah, my dad passed away when I was 12, though.
That's unfortunate. Sorry to hear that.
It's okay.
But when it comes down to it, the strongest way to raise kids, and this has been proven over and over, is with a male and a female. So if you're talking about free sex where people get ran through,
for people who don't want that lifestyle, I'm not a kid family oriented person. Like, that's not
okay,
me.
but you do understand that is what is needed for society to flourish.
But that doesn't
Well,
necessarily
society's
mean...
only here for a blink of an eye, and in all existence, we're on a floating rock in space, so nothing really matters.
We
Why is
are-
monogamy-
Well, if nothing really matters, we jump out the goddamn
We
window
are-
right
Why
now.
is
It'd be a
it-
nice ride because this is
Right,
really
but
high up.
That's
I mean-
my thought process. I'm gonna make
but
as much
that's
money
like-
and have the lifestyle that I want and
You can be
experience
poly.
it for
I feel
the
like
way
that's
I'm
like
here.
saying
be
that like everybody
polyamorous.
needs to be the same. Like why do people need to believe in the same things
Exactly.
or want to be
Well,
the same?
because 1 + 1 is always going to equal 2. You can't have people out here saying
Yeah,
1
but you
+
can't
1 =
direct
3,
other
1
people's
+ 1 = 4.
life isn't
You
linear
can't
like
have that.
that.
You can't
What-
direct
life
other people's
isn't
lives.
linear
It's not
like
your
that.
choice, you know? Like it's
Well, other people's choices affect other people in society. We live in a society.
but you are your own person. Like
But
how
wait a
can you
second,
let
you're-
society
but your-
affect
but
you that
your
much?
choice-
There's too many
can affect
variables.
me.
But there's too many variables to consider.
That's not your problem.
No, it is my problem because if you decide to do drugs all weekend and you're fucked up and you're driving a car, you could kill me.
Why
So
are
it
you in the
is.
car with me?
I'm not in the car. You could be in a car by yourself and you can fucking kill somebody. They have rules for a reason.
I mean, I understand that, but now you're talking about
But monogamy is
drugs
not a
and you
rule.
versus
I'm
porn.
giving an
It's
example.
a brand
We're
new
way
porn.
past porn right now. What we're talking
What
about is
rule?
the family unit
But
right
what
now.
rule? Who
Okay,
said
family,
that?
Nothing's
Who
wrong with
said?
family, but I just
Who
want
defined that?
we came
Defined
into
by
this
who?
lifestyle born into it with the head mindset of
Right.
You
Yeah.
have to be married,
But
you
this
have
is
to have
culture.
kids, you have to go to
That's a
school, you
cultural-
have to exactly it's culture.
cultural
And it's
you
a
go outside of
choice.
America, they don't.
There's
don't
so
think
many
like
cultures
that.
in this
like,
world.
In Amsterdam and like Europe, they don't do that. Like yes, they have families and stuff, but they don't like it's in America.
From the beginning
So-
of
No,
time,
no.
monogamy has
Say
not been the
something.
only way
Okay, wait,
to
go
have a
ahead.
family.
I think that in life, it's our responsibility to figure out a way to keep our energy at the highest frequency it can possibly be at. And I think if you're engaging in a different lifestyle than what that is, as long as your energy is high and
Correct.
and
And
you're,
there's
Correct.
been
and you're not doing it in
So-
a
Not
negative
doing
way,
harm.
then I think it's almost like we have a collective consciousness, and it's your responsibility as a human to keep your frequency high, and
Like-
just whatever some people probably won't work for. I feel like there's probably some people where certain lifestyle is good, but there could be toxic
example-
relationships in any kind of
Yes.
dynamic.
I want
Go
to
ahead.
I want to
love
give
that.
an example like I'm like dressed like this and whatnot, whatever. I'm dolled up. Like I don't go out anymore. I don't drink anymore. I don't I cut all of a certain lifestyle out of my life, but that doesn't define like me still being able to do OnlyFans. My life outside of OnlyFans is completely different. You wouldn't even recognize
Do
me
you have
like in
kids?
the street. I do, yes.
What happens if your kids see pictures of you?
I love
on
that
OnlyFans?
question. I love that question.
Let's hear it.
I think that what matters to my children is the type of mother that I am to them.
That matters, but perception is also reality. So let me tell you what happened in some cases. There's
yeah,
some
go ahead.
cases in society, and you can look this up, where the kids
Mm-hmm.
basically started making fun of the child because his mom was an OnlyFans girl,
Okay.
and he committed suicide. So you cannot say stuff like that because you don't know
Okay.
how it's going to affect people. Maybe they say,
Okay.
you know what, mom, get that bag. It's very possible. Maybe they say, you know what, mom, that's offensive, and I don't want to associate with you anymore. They might go either route, so you can't say that. You don't know the way men feel
but that's
if
not the
their
question
mother
that you
is
asked.
naked. If my mother was naked,
That's not the
I'm not
question
sure
that
I
you
could
asked.
associate with her.
That's
So
not-
so give
that's
me
not
a,
the question that
okay.
you
So
asked.
what is that question? Let me
Like
go ahead.
yeah, go ahead.
I want to say something.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
You were
Please.
raised by a mother who had her values. So of
Correct.
course you're not going to be okay with that. But if a son is raised with a mother who has a different sort of values, they're going to teach him to be okay with it.
Yes, I agree with you 100%. This is the single mothers raising the beta males that I was talking about in the very beginning.
My
So
children
we-
are
Those-
males.
Weak men.
We always need both sides of the spectrum in society. We can't all have masculine men. We need the beta men, and they have their
that's-
roles.
that's what I-
What do you need beta men for? To pay OnlyFans girls? What do you? What purpose do?
Some of them aren't.
You just
beta
like,
men, though. Some of
but
them
you're
are very
asking,
successful men.
like you're
Yeah.
asking for a
Like,
scenario that is
They're
not
softer.
possible.
We need some.
You want softer men? Who's gonna protect
Like-
you?
You're being very
like-
specific.
like-
I mean,
Who's
I
gonna
can
protect
protect
you?
They're
myself.
still going to be men.
No, you can't.
They're
It's
still
no,
going
you
to
can't.
Can we?
What about like if there's a single mother that has a brother or like the other male role models in a
Okay.
child's life. It doesn't have to just be a mother and father, correct?
Right.
What were we talking about? 15% of the time, 10% of the time. A majority of these kids are being raised and then they end up in prison. Let me ask you, ladies, just point blank: is rape a bad thing, and should we do everything possible to stop it as society? Yes or no?
Yes.
We all agree.
Correct.
Okay, here's a fact. 85% of the rapists in jail today, the men who are raping women, were raised by single mothers. So if we have to stop that cycle, that's how you stop rape.
Community. But it comes to community, because community can offer men and those masculine role models without necessarily having the mother need to go out and lower her
I
standards.
think that by
or do
community
things-
as well,
right?
you mean
Like
like
having-
educating
No,
yourself.
but
It's
having
also
a
making
community
an
of
excuse for
people,
men because
like-
there's girls being raised by women and men
And-
by themselves.
It's just,
right?
there's so many
And,
different
like,
scenarios.
right? And it's like they aren't raping
Like-
or like they take that situation, and if they're strong enough, they'll take it and learn from it and build themselves even stronger.
So-
And
so-
help.
Like I
Having
agree
other
with
masculine
you.
role
I agree
models
with you.
and-
Okay, so you agree with me that
I agree with
rape is a problem. You guys all agree with me, and I said that 85% of the rapists are beta males
Is it
raised
80?
by single mothers. 85. So let me
Wow.
ask you this. What is the solution to stop these beta males from raping women?
Having strong
Therapy.
male role models
Therapy.
in the community that help engage with people
Yes.
that are
Not
single
fathers? Not fathers?
Because you can't always have that scenario. Life isn't perfect. There's single mothers out there that want to be married, and it's not because men are on OnlyFans. It's because there's other reasons. There's other variables
There's
involved.
so many
a-
different
A lot of
scenarios,
men
man.
will not date any of you because you're on OnlyFans. A
That
lot
is
of men,
great.
a lot of men won't even deal with you if you're porn stars.
Okay.
So that's
Everyone
a
has
fact.
their
That's
I already
okay
know
with
that
them.
though. I knew that.
I don't want to
going
be
into
with a
my-
man who
okay.
wants to have only me. I want to be with a man who's okay with sharing them.
Ah, okay,
Also,
okay.
There's also backgrounds to stories that you don't know what we've also been through.
Not everyone's been through tough stuff in life,
Well, like,
man.
the reason
Everyone.
so like
Yeah, but
monogamy, I don't believe in it
what
'cause, like,
she
I
means
had
is that there's
experience
different
of the love of my
scenarios
life.
to
I
life.
lived that innocent, virgin, like moral,
When?
life code, like
When-
5 years ago.
5 years ago.
I was in a 5-year relationship. I met a guy, moved down here, was gonna marry him, have kids with him.
Did he cheat on you?
He cheated on me, yeah.
Okay,
and
so
then
so because that man cheated on you, I'm assuming you loved him,
I did.
and you decided, fuck all these guys, I'm getting my bag. Correct?
Well, I pretty much fuck him because he was more like he sent my nudes out to like my family and all our
Revenge
Mm.
porn.
So I kind of wanted to get my empowerment back
Yes.
and say like you don't get to do that. That's like
And how
so
do you
I
feel
did
now?
it and I
How do you
where
feel
am
now?
now.
I understand the psychological. Let me ask you this, and I want to go all across the board. Did any of you have strong fathers in your life? Let's start with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you do porn on OnlyFans?
I don't do like full out porn necessarily, but I definitely it's softcore for sure.
Okay. Does your father approve of what you do?
No,
Okay. Has that strained the relationship with him?
a little bit.
Okay, let's go to you. Do you have a strong father in your life?
I don't. No.
You don't. Where is your father? Did he leave your mother? When's the last time you met him?
When I was 12, he passed away.
Okay,
Yeah.
again, sorry, I forgot.
No,
I completely forgot about
you're
that.
totally
So
good.
let me ask you this. If you had that strong father in your life, do you think you'd be on OnlyFans right now? Be honest.
Honestly, my life has been such an upside that I didn't really have any figures growing up, so I had to raise myself. So I've been on survival mode since
I get it. But if you did have
If I
that
did-
masculine
if I did
energy,
have that-
would you be on OnlyFans?
Probably not.
Okay.
Yeah, because who wants that
No.
for their daughter?
No, you did not have a strong father.
No, or
Okay.
a mom.
So you had no mom?
No.
Who raised you?
My great grandparents.
What happened to your mom and dad? If you mind sharing?
My mom left me when I was 5 months in Costa Rica, and I met her again when I was 12. Then I went into the foster care system because she was very abusive. Mm-hmm. And then, I emancipated myself at 16.
Same.
And what about your father?
My mom never wanted to introduce him to me because she revenged the fact that he cheated on her. Whatever.
Okay, so because the father cheated on the mother, do you think a child should be
Absolutely
punished
not.
by not? Would
And
you
I-
do something like that to your child?
No, and I
Okay.
don't.
Having
I don't.
said that, and it looks like you've been through a lot.
Yeah.
Having said that, do you think you would actually be a porn
No,
star
no.
if you had a father in your life?
If I even had a mother, I wouldn't be here now.
Yeah.
I come from a very good family, very strong parental figures in my life. And they did find out about my OnlyFans. They were, someone actually sent them one of my gangbang videos. So it did put a strain on the relationship for about 8 months, but they realized that I was in an abusive relationship and that I was kind of manipulated. And
Okay. Let me ask you a question now. She didn't have a family around her. She definitely didn't have a family around her. You had a strong mom and dad. Were you broke?
No.
Okay, so you had a strong mom and dad. You had no money issues. You can make the argument, did what they had to do. Why were you a whore when you had a strong family values? Because I see a big difference here.
Yeah.
I see people who are put in the spot, and I think they made the wrong choice, but I understand why they could make that choice. That's completely different. Why did you make that choice?
I mean, listen, everyone goes through different things. I had things that were happened to me as a child, and the way my thought process was, I was always very drawn towards sex. And unfortunately, I made the wrong decisions, and I thought that was the way to show love to someone. And
how old were you when you started doing that?
Doing what? Like OnlyFans or
porn?
I started in like 21.
How old were you?
I was 21.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant 2021.
No, I was 21 years old.
Did a man convince you to do it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Did a man convince you to do porn?
No.
Did a man convince you to do OnlyFans? No. Now let's get to you. You seem like you're the oldest one here and the most experienced, and most likely the most ran through. And you seem like you're actually proud of that fact too. I see it like a grin, but it's like, okay, so what? I did that. So let me ask you this: did you have a strong mother and father in your life?
Yes, and they're still in my life today. My father knows what I do. I was a virgin until I was 23, by the way. And I started doing...
I would love to put you on a lie detector test.
No, 23. The
Okay.
movie 40-Year-Old Virgin came out, and I did not want to be a virgin. It was a whole thing. So,
okay.
But I made up for lost time. But but my parents know what I do.
She was like, let me get on that.
I was in a 7-year relationship. I started doing porn, basically online sex work, with this one person that I was
So
with.
a guy convinced you to do this?
No, I actually had to convince him.
Why did you decide that you want to do porn? Was your girlfriend doing porn?
No, I was a stripper when I was, going through college, and I tried other jobs. I was in healthcare. I did insurance. I did sales, and I was never really fit in the whole 9-to-5 healthcare.
When you were a stripper, were you basically pulling tricks too?
No.
You're just dancing?
And I worked at a place that was a topless only, and I worked 2 thongs. And 2
Were you doing drugs or anything like that?
Oh, yeah, I was doing
Okay.
I had to be stoned off my mind just to even go in there. And then towards the end of it, I was really, I was older, and I was going through college.
Now, because you basically have learned how to manipulate men in a strip club, because that's what happens in a strip club. You have to basically try to sell yourself so you can get a dance and maybe go to the champagne room. So because you're really good at manipulating men, do you think that's why you have no empathy for them?
No.
Because some of these women over here basically are like, okay, I might be doing something wrong. You're like, fuck that. I'm taking these beta males' money.
I never really thought about it like I'm doing something. I actually didn't really do champagne rooms. Was never really comfortable with getting a lot of money from one guy. I did one dance for everybody, and I was more comfortable with that. So I don't really know if I'm good at manipulating men. I'm good at sales, and I'm good at being happy and providing a fun experience.
Being good at sales is being good at manipulation.
Correct.
Well, probably, yeah. But I only use my powers for good.
So you say. So you say, porn star. Anyways, let me go around the table. You had something to say. Go ahead.
No, that just reminded me of my own, because when I also danced after I transitioned from being.
We used to dance together.
I've known her for like 8 years.
Yeah.
We danced together, and at the beginning I was really young, and I only did dances because I was really scared of the champagne rooms. And then until I started to realize that, it's all about sales, and I'm like, and your mouth goes a long way, so
Is that
not like that.
Is
not
that,
like
is
that.
that where you,
Not like that.
is that where
Please
you,
don't take it like that.
is that where you learned to manipulate men? Is that where you
Rewind.
Is that where you learned to manipulate men? Being a stripper?
Yes.
Okay. Now, there's men listening right now. They go to strip clubs. You're not a stripper anymore, so you can reveal some information. what would be some of the tactics you'd use to get money at these simps?
I am very. I love that word.
You gotta call a spade a spade. A whore is a whore, and a simp is a simp.
Well,
let me tell you something about
for
me. I'm married for 20 years. Okay, I don't. This is all garbage to me. Okay, now I understand that a man wants his woman to be feminine. Some of you guys are, pretty masculine out here. And what I mean by that is you're about your bag. See, if you were in a relationship and the man was taking care of you, you could watch the kids. You could fucking do the laundry.
That'd be amazing.
Exactly.
That'd be amazing.
Is that what you guys would want?
Sometimes you don't get a choice.
I know how you.
Sometimes you have to be in your
can
masculine
I
energy.
say something?
Sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have no choice.
But I have an opinion on that too.
anybody in
I
this
have an
world.
opinion on that too. I would like that as a scenario, but I also don't just want to be a housewife. Like I want to have something else for myself. I definitely won't be doing OnlyFans because that's not whatever. But I would dedicate my time to something else.
If you found a man,
I would dedicate my time to something else.
And he makes enough money. And he said, "Yo, we need to stop this OnlyFans nonsense right away."
100%.
Are you doing it?
100%.
No,
Please, anyone.
Not you though. Not you though. Not you though.
I'm taking applications.
You can come with me and we
What's
can
that?
we can make fuck you money together with our money combined.
No, I
but you
wouldn't.
are not
No,
taking anything from
Sometimes
me.
morals
You know
mean
what?
more
I
than
think
money.
You are not
enjoys
taking
it.
anything from me.
I think
I
for
love what I do.
you. I think
No,
for you.
wait. You love being a whore.
I think
you
for
love
you
being
enjoy it,
a
and
porn
you
star.
see it in your face.
I share experience. This is intimacy. I share a
She's a
moment
free
in time.
spirit.
I
She's
share
a
a
free
moment in
spirit.
time with
She's
these
a free
people.
spirit.
I don't assign meaning. I don't assign words like whore. I like being called a whore in bed for sure. But I don't assign that meaning to me.
Is it possible that a demon just said that inside you?
Why does everybody always say that? Every time
I
a guy
love
says
it.
something nasty, a guy's like, "Oh my god, you need a Bible." Like
holy water.
Anyways, ladies, let's get a little bit more into money. Do you make good money at this?
Yes.
Would you like to reveal what you actually make a month?
Oh no, because it varies. I mean, I've been doing this since 2016. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
My highest month was 100,000. My lowest has been 20 something like that.
Okay, so regardless, you're getting somewhere between 30 to 50K a month,
But
right?
I have multiple businesses. I own real estate. So I do a lot more things.
So
than just
with the
OnlyFans.
money that you got from these OnlyFans simps, what have you done with that money?
I bought houses.
You bought houses
I bought
with
houses. I bought real estate, commercial real estate. I bought stocks. I bought purchased money towards my investment. This is my retirement. So, I have to be cognizant of that. We don't get pension. We don't get 401ks. We have to be smart with our money. I have one designer purse, but everything I've purchased has been towards growing my business.
I got more than that.
I mean, growing my business. Well, I'm not there yet. I'm not where I want to be financially. So I want to buy. I'm selling a house. I'm buying
You seem
another.
like if you've been doing this since 2016 and I'm doing the math right, 20, 30 racks a month.
Well, no, not in the beginning. No. I'm since OnlyFans since 2021.
It takes time to build.
Have you made $1 million off it yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But
Have
no,
you-
at the beginning it was maybe.
So you are a millionaire.
Yeah, and equity and for sure.
Okay.
And I have.
Have you
things.
taken care of your family?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you believe because you're basically taken care of, which it sounds like you're taken care of, and it sounds like you're being smart with your money and you're not just blowing it on stuff, do you believe there's going to be no karmic repercussions for what you did?
I believe in karma, and I believe I'm experienced. I live my karma. I deal with my karma all the time. I try to put more good out there in the world than bad, and I do what I can, right? And I try to be the best version of myself as possible. And
do you have any kids?
no,
Okay. Did you have any abortions?
no,
Okay.
it hasn't happened.
Did you ever want kids?
I never didn't want kids.
It just didn't happen.
But if you're a
This hasn't
porn star and what are you on, like the pill or something? Like
Nope.
what's going on here?
I mean, women only ovulate like 3 days out of the month. You
I don't
can,
know. They're fertile. So.
you can track that.
Some women
And
are very
I
fertile,
hope-
some
I have,
not.
Yeah, some are, some aren't.
I had surgery, like ovarian surgery and cysts and stuff. So
Now
yeah.
it makes sense. Okay, so here I'm gonna make this statement right now. My problem with whores and women who go out there and make money the way you do is they usually have fucking kids who end up being those beta male rapists. Well, hold on.
Yeah.
They usually end up being those mothers, single mothers who are raising kids in poverty. you're not raising kids in poverty. But number one, you don't have any kids. So most of the negatives I have with women doing that don't really have anything to do with you.
Well, and I spend time with my family's kids. You know, I spend time with other males. You know, my brother, for example, I just helped him out the past couple of months. You know, he's fine. He's like 21 days sober. You know, he just got a job 2 days ago. So, and I housed him and I fed him and clothed him. He like was crying because I bought him clothes.
How society has fallen. That men are depending on fucking women.
Sisters.
Who are sisters even worse.
Sisters are the best.
To support
Sisters
men.
are amazing.
To support men because they can't fucking do it.
But
they need money from women who are selling their bodies to do it. That's how far
no,
men
you
are
just,
fucking
you know what
falling.
happened? You just answered the question that you asked earlier.
Men use women to make the money that we make because they know they can't make it themselves.
You just answered.
No,
you just answered yourself.
You know what? You know why I had to help him?
We'll get there.
Because he's an ex-con.
I need to
the way
know
the way the society. The way the society treats ex-felons, he does not have chances to get housing that's safe. He does not have chances to get jobs.
So is this a man's world or a woman's world?
This is a man's world.
So wait a second. The man's the
Absolutely.
convict and you're the millionaire.
It's my little brother, bro.
But the society now is geared to help the women, not the men.
No, I have not been helped.
I think
have
the women.
taken.
Do you think a guy could open an OnlyFans, show his dick, and make your type of money?
Yes,
Yes,
100%.
1-2% of society? You're not 1-2% of society.
Right, but
if a
women-
guy, maybe 1-2%.
Women have also been around like this type of sexual
remember
like
oldest
brothels,
profession
like
in
type
the
of like
world.
military. They've always had this type of like women on their side to like entertain stuff like that. So this has been going on for way like.
What do you have to say? I wanna hear what
Let me
she
go
has
to
to
her
say.
right here. How much money have you made at OnlyFans? If you're comfortable saying that.
I mean, I made over $1 million, but my ex-husband stole it all, so I didn't really leave with anything.
Was he your pimp too, besides being your husband?
I mean, I don't like to use that term because, like,
Then be real, yes or no?
Yeah, like pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. So how long were you doing it to actually make $1 million? And basically, how much were you making a month? Did you hit 100,000 like her for a month?
Almost, but I started very early, so that's why when you look at my statement, I've made $1 million. I started before COVID, and then it blew up during COVID, and then that's when he literally stole all my money.
Okay.
But once I left, I still continued to do a couple like videos here and there because I had to support myself. I left with literally no money, so I did do actual porn videos, and I was able to save and buy my own house this year. So.
Do you have kids?
No.
Okay. Did you have abortions?
One, but that was before I was even doing any sex work. That was when I was 15.
I see. Do you think abortion is murder?
I don't think so because I don't feel like. I mean, abortion under 3 months I think is okay. Over 3 months is a hell no. That's just
2.
Okay. Let me ask you if this makes sense to you. I look at pregnancy as a bus, and I look at the woman as the bus driver. She's the one driving like this, and the baby is in the back seat. The baby can't move the bus. He can't say which direction the bus is moving, but that bus is as much his as it is the bus driver.
Let's talk about single moms and beta males.
So hold on.
Yeah, talk about
So
abortion
having
and
said
murder.
that, well, women can just keep their legs closed and solve both issues. So
Men can just not come and be a fucking idiot.
You can say that you can say throughout society, men have always been pigs. It's only when the fucking women joined the fucking pig pen, all this shit started getting fucked up.
Right, I agree. But it's both of us. It's the two sexes.
Started
though.
somewhere and it did not start with us.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Chicken and the egg scenario.
We were used, but then we took power back and said, "Fuck."
And now the best
Ladies,
part.
one at a time.
Now the best part is that the men are having to decide for us whether we can abort or not.
Oh my
That's
God.
the best part
Fucking
of it all.
Texas, y'all.
Okay, now
Texas?
Yes.
And a lot
you
of
have
states.
to drive to fucking New Mexico.
Colorado.
it's a very conservative state,
Yeah.
Texas.
Oh, it's
Let's
fucking
go to
bullshit.
you. Have you made $1 million on OnlyFans?
No.
Okay, how long have you been doing it?
I started around the same time that she started. However, I took some time. I took a couple of years off because of my mental state, and I wanted to focus on my children. So
you do have kids?
I do.
Okay, we discussed that before.
Yes.
That's that fucking weed, man.
I'm like this. I'm like
it is what it is. Now,
Cheers.
since you have kids, we already talked about if you're worried about your kids seeing, what mommy's doing now. Let me ask you this: when it comes down to you having kids, do you have a strong father figure in their life for them?
They both do. Yes, correct.
Who is it? A man? Your boyfriend?
Their dads.
Your dad?
Their
How is your dad?
Their dads.
Okay,
The girls' fathers.
Okay, it's not a baby daddy; it's their actual dad. You're married to this man?
No, I'm not married to these men. But
you
both of my daughters have their father.
Okay.
Correct.
Does he live in the same house as you?
No.
Okay. So how does this work? That he's a strong person there in their lives when he's not even living in the same house?
Because we split time.
I see. Do you think a father who you only see 2 times a week is something that's positive?
I mean, it's the best that can be given with the circumstances.
Okay.
I'm not gonna stay with her.
Let
Can I wait? I'm gonna finish.
Let her go.
It's what's given with the circumstances. Like I decided to have the child because you're saying that. Let me ask you this: do you think abortion is murder?
In a sense, yes.
Okay, so I decided to have my child, correct, and take responsibility for my child.
Yes.
And that is the best scenario that I can give her.
The best scenario. Hold on.
I
mean, let me go back and forth with her. We'll go to you. Let me go back and forth. There was another option. You could have kept your legs closed, and it would stopped the whole situation from happening.
Or he could have just not been a fucking idiot and came inside me.
Well, he could have pulled out, correct?
Oh, correct.
He could have.
Because there's 2 scenarios.
Okay, he could have pulled out. Is this a man you loved?
I love him now.
You love him now, but you did not love him when.
No.
Okay.
I care for him now, yes, because he.
If we go back about 10 minutes and rewind this, you said that you didn't have a strong father or mother.
Okay.
Why didn't you do everything that is possible for you to have a strong father in his life who's around him 24/7, not 2 days a week?
Because my first child, I was extremely young and dumb, and I didn't even think about it. I just wanted to be a mother. That's my only excuse, and I just wanted to have my children. It's that simple.
Do you have?
It's my choice.
How many kids do you have?
I have 2.
Are they with the same man or different men?
No, they're different. They're 6 years apart.
Okay. Would that make you a whore?
No.
No. So you have 2 kids by 2 different men, and you don't think that makes you a whore at all?
No.
Okay.
How does that even add up?
Let me ask you some questions.
How does that even add up?
Let me ask you
to
some
the
questions.
definition.
Let me ask you some questions. Is the second child as healthy as the first child? And be honest. Okay.
Both of my children, thank God, thank the Lord that they're
There are
healthy.
statistics that show that when a woman has a child with one man and then she has a child with another man, the second child is not as healthy as the first one, because that would basically show biology a man is meant to dominate one woman. You don't believe in that at all? No. This is exactly what I expect. This subject is so foreign to them. It is so foreign. This is the reaction you get. This is beautiful.
What the fuck is this? I'll say it again.
I don't even know what to say.
Say it again.
They're laughing. They're laughing because, are you guys moms? No, none of you guys are moms.
No.
I'm a
father. But no, I'm asking because it's the difference between a father and a mom. Now, I'm asking that you guys are moms because, like, for me, it's just like I'm speechless because it just sounds so fucking retarded.
No. What you have to understand is, do you believe in spirituality?
Correct, 100%.
Okay. Do you believe in energy?
100%.
Okay. So when a man and a woman create a child together, they create a frequency.
Correct.
Okay? So when you have a child with another man, that original frequency is contaminated. That is the problem. So again, you're rolling your eyes, but everything else I said you agreed with. So again, people don't understand how this works. A woman should not have kids with multiple men. One, that's it.
Men can have 7 wives and 10 children.
take your
I
dick in a
did not
million
say that.
places. Put his
I did not say that.
Put
You
his dick.
assumed I say that. I'm not Andrew Tate.
Don't join the picnic.
Hold on.
I can't abort either.
I'm not Andrew Tate. I never
that's
said
funny.
a man could go around
That's
impregnate
funny.
a fucking million
Welcome to the
women.
pig pen.
I never said that.
But then I
have
can't
two
abort
kids.
either. I can't abort either because then you're gonna talk shit.
No.
about me.
What happens is that's
Wait a
why you're
minute.
supposed
Come
to
on now.
control and keep the legs closed, and that's just
Oh, come
an
on.
ounce of
Oh, come on
prevention
now.
is worth a pound of cure.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's be realistic.
Let's go to you. Let's go to you.
Come on now.
You've been so quiet.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
I need more of this because bro.
Women who have two. She has two men with two different
I'm a
kids.
whore.
Okay? Do you consider her a
Okay.
whore?
Do I consider her whore?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. What would you consider a whore?
I don't think, like I said, I don't think like there's a thing for a whore. Like,
If a woman has 6 kids by 5 different men, do you think that's a good?
I mean, I would never. Like,
This
I
is an
don't know.
extreme, bro.
I would never do that, but I don't like judge
I have
other
no
people
people.
for it.
Would
All
you
I
That is
consider?
so extreme.
I'm putting. I want to see where the line is with you guys. What do you actually think would be a whore? So that's why I'm.
You know what I would consider a whore?
Yeah. Let me tell you.
A
What is a whore?
whore is somebody that's on fucking 79th Street on the fucking streets selling their pussy every single night.
Okay.
Literally,
By
they're
definition.
selling their
By
pussy
definition.
every single
Pussy
night.
too.
Now,
Are you selling? Are you selling your pussy on OnlyFans?
This is physically having sex with a lot of people.
Uh-huh.
That's a fucking whore.
Well,
you know what else is a whore?
But weren't you a porn star?
What? But I had sex with one person. I saw
Okay.
contact with
Okay.
one
I think it's
person.
more whores to go to the bars and go home
Okay,
and
I
random
consider
ass dudes.
Now,
a girl
can I
who
say
likes
something
it, doesn't
else?
Have like, because like girls, like we're OnlyFans girls, we sell our bodies, but we also have respect for ourselves.
Okay.
We're not just gonna pull out our titties right here.
A lot of
Can
women
I
would
have-
say. A lot of
I
women
would-
would say you don't have respect for
Yeah,
yourself because
whatever.
you
Well,
do
fuck
this.
those women. Fuck those
Exactly.
women.
Those are women that
Fuck
are
those
sitting at home
women.
hating their lives, probably.
Can I
you
say
know?
something
Maybe they have
else?
kids and they're enjoying their lives.
Can I say
Right,
Go
something
ahead.
else?
Go ahead.
You know what else I consider a whore? Not a whore can be a 9-to-5 bitch that is doing her own thing. Oh my god, I'm going to nursing school and this and that. Fucking 3 men in the same week. That's a whore. For free.
So the difference is they get it for free.
But that's even worse.
Girls,
That's even worse than the 79th Street
I
whore.
don't disagree with
Like
you.
if there's a girl that walks in a
For
If
free.
you- if-
and there's
But what
five
do you mean
guys,
she's a nurse?
he doesn't
What do you mean
disagree.
she's a nurse? She's going to nursing school.
if there's like
Uh-huh.
seven men, if there's seven
Yeah,
She's
men,
helping
Go suck a
society,
dick.
if
bro.
there's 7 men in a household and there's one girl that
Go
runs
suck a
through
dick.
them all in one night, I consider her like very easy and like
So she's a whore. Okay.
But those are for girls that don't really
have
like,
any trains been ran on any of you?
No.
Yeah, okay. Wow.
like
You
for-
popped that. She popped that shit up.
I can talk about it. I can
It's
talk
business,
about it.
That's business. And she
But I
did
can
the
also
work.
say there's like I hate saying the word whore because it's used to make someone feel like shit and it's like
I prefer slut.
dehumanizing.
I
Like,
don't know about
people
that.
are like sometimes mentally
Some are.
unstable. Like people have like mental health issues and they cope in different ways. Like can we look at some people who maybe like are not healed and have like
Yeah,
issues?
that's 100%
I've been
true.
ran through and I had mental health problems and I
So-
don't consider myself
So
a
let me
whore.
ask you something. When you look
Yeah.
at the word
Yeah.
mental, it has
Yeah.
the word men into it. Okay.
Oh, here we go.
So
Where's another
if you no. This is called letterology. This is numerology and astrology.
Okay.
So what I'm basically trying to tell you is within the words, like for instance, you can't say the word Bible without the word lie because the word lie
or
is
bi.
within the Bible.
Or bi.
Okay. You can't spell out the word Bible without the word lie. Just like you can't spell out the word men in mentally ill. So if you sleep with too many men, you become mentally ill. Does that make sense?
I was mentally ill before I started sleeping with all these men.
Yeah.
Yeah, or-
Yeah.
One
I had
hundred
mental health
my
problems.
life, 100%.
Why is it
I think
men?
I
Why
know
is it not human?
everybody's
a
mental
human.
health.
I'm telling you how the word is
Can
spelled.
I say something that you know what actually changed me?
Talk to me.
The fucking 5-year relationship with this fucking piece of shit narcissist.
It's always
That changed me
Yeah.
to the point that I am the happiest and the most mentally stable that I am today.
Why? Because you got a bag?
No,
because you
I don't
can't
even
depend
have a bag right now.
on
I
anybody.
stopped OnlyFans. I couldn't do OnlyFans because I couldn't even. My depression and my anxiety was so bad. I couldn't even fucking function. Like I had no motivation for anything. I didn't want to be seen by anybody. Like I was having difficulty with my kids. Like, no. Okay. So it has nothing to do with that.
Okay.
But I think that for sure, it depends like what your definition of whore is.
Okay. Yeah. You said you have a body count of 9. What is your body count?
I don't know.
Over 100?
Probably. Yeah.
Okay. Over 100. You?
I have no idea.
Over 100?
I hope not. I don't want to think about it.
I hope not.
I hope not, but I just don't think about
50?
it.
Over 50?
I don't think about it. I honestly don't want to think about it.
Okay, so it's somewhere in that range. You, what is your body count?
Mine's 25.
25. Okay. What is your body count?
He's so cute.
7?
Okay.
Damn.
I want to.
I mean, I've been in relationships.
I want to point out one thing.
wasn't.
I want to point out one thing. The person with the lowest body count is the most calm.
I'm
Very
7.
calm though, and
Wait,
I'm
no,
in the
just
middle.
9,
I'm
7.
I feel like I'm just like,
be
I'm
hyped
just
too.
loud.
You
I'm
know
just
what
loud and
I'm talking
passionate.
about.
Or
You
maybe
know what
she's
I'm
just
talking
really
about.
high.
Also,
Let's hope that we
Well,
sound
age
good.
though, at 23,
She's like,
I was at 0. So, type shit. You
Okay.
know?
well,
Okay.
until age 21, I was only with one
Right,
man.
so-
That was the man that I
So-
was.
so wait a second, how old are you
so
now?
Age,
I'm 22.
age has
So wait a second. In
Well, I'm almost 23.
in 2 years, you had the other 24 running you.
Yeah. Well, it was literally okay. So we broke up
Woo.
in 2021,
girl.
and then
Who
2020.
hurt you? He hurt you bad.
Man,
Keep hurting us.
men, tall.
I was
issues.
blonde.
It's vice versa though, because there's women that are pieces of shit.
I got burned.
There's
by a
women
woman.
that are pieces
Now
of shit.
let me ask you this:
Mental health
would you
issues.
want your sons, assuming you have sons, would you want
I
him?
don't.
Okay, if you did have sons, would you want him paying OnlyFans girls like yourself?
Men go to strip clubs.
Exactly. You see.
I
you
don't
see
know.
it. No. This is not a don't know. This is I do know. This is what you
Do
call
I
a
have a
checkmate.
control over
I mean,
that?
if they
Because he's a
budget for it,
grown
you want
adult.
it.
Like, I'm
Budget,
like,
you
what do you
don't
want me to
want
do?
budget
Put a gun to us and be like, you know what? You can't go on
you-
OnlyFans.
My kids don't watch TV. They basically have a projector, and we watch old Disney movies or documentaries. And the reason we do that is because the TV's bad for the eyes. But if you do a projector, that's cool.
That's
And
cool.
the second reason we do that is because
That's
we
actually
want to make sure
motivation.
there's no homosexual
Do you
content.
homeschool your kids?
We did for about 3
But
years, but now that I'm
they're-
getting
Did you like
So
it?
because of
As a
that-
parent?
that was more on the woman than the man.
A lot of
I was
parents
making
do
money,
homeschool
so
their
you know,
kids nowadays.
I made sure that I picked the
No,
right woman who could homeschool.
But I'm saying, like, as a parent, like, in your opinion, for homeschooling, because I was actually considering that, it's better.
If you can afford it, and very, very interestingly, if you can have 2 people do it, one parent is not enough.
Yeah,
you need 2.
It's a lot of work.
Also, like, I mean, I wasn't planning on doing it. I was planning on hiring.
I got you.
to
You can
do
do
it.
that.
Because I need to kind of work, you know?
They go to the best public school.
And I love my children, but I love my time away from my
I'm not going
children.
to say what school, but so here's another thing. My kid was breastfed. Were your kids breastfed?
Both of them, yes.
Okay.
That's why my titties are like this.
So again, congratulations that you actually did that, because one of the reasons we have so many dumb men and women in society, because these motherfuckers are dumb as fuck.
No, they are.
And the reason is because women don't breastfeed their kids anymore.
You know what I mean?
When women breastfeed their kids, the IQ goes up 8 to 10 points.
You don't have to control over that. My
No.
sister's kids couldn't latch.
Like,
you know, and
for
they
me,
had, like, when you
I
have
understand,
issues like
but
You can
if you
pump.
can, you should.
For
Yeah,
me,
I mean,
no,
agree.
pumping is
Agree,
not
no, she tried.
pumping is not really like that,
You need
because
that-
people
you need
no
that connection. It's
no
the baby pump.
it's that's not even why pumping is not like that. Pumping is not like that because when you pump, it's not the child that is latching on to your nipple, which is creating. Basically, telling your body to make more milk. It's not the same thing as a machine. That's why pumping doesn't work. So that's a miscommunication from women that don't have children.
Sometimes you physically
Now,
can't.
like,
and you can't shame those mothers.
No,
it's not about shaming.
Because
However-
some women won't do it because they're worried about ruining their figure.
Whatever.
That's why she said
Whatever.
exactly.
Yeah, at that point-
that is a woman who loves her mother, loves her kids because she
Whatever.
actually doesn't care about her breast because she is actually willing to give that gift to her kids. Some women care so much about their looks
Vanity.
that they won't do it. Some women have their six-pack. Oh, I'm not going to have a kid. I don't want to ruin my body. And let's not kid ourselves. Pregnancy
Will ruin
ruin
the body.
the
Yeah.
woman's body. There's no doubt.
Pregnancies
But-
ruin you, period.
Not always though.
not always, but in a lot of cases. In a lot of cases. In a
You
lot of
can
cases.
prepare your body for it. If you exercise properly, you can prepare yourself for it.
You can never prepare yourself to be a parent. Like,
Yeah.
you can't
Well,
prepare
it depends
yourself
on
to
the-
give
how
life
your
like that
partner,
because
how
you're
big they are,
thinking
and,
you're superwoman and you're like, oh my God, yes, I can do this. And bitch, like all of a sudden, I'm going in for a fucking emergency C-section because my child is in distress and I can't fucking push her out.
I actually told my wife to get 2 C-sections.
I love the fact that I got the C-sections.
Because I wanted my kids born on certain dates.
Oh,
And
I like that. I love
that brings us to the next segment
Oh,
of
yeah,
today's
I did that with
podcast.
my second child because I got my first one was an emergency.
But not more fighting.
No, not at all.
My first one was
I
an
know.
emergency.
My cortisol levels are rising.
My second one, I picked her birthday.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is, her I've known for a while. Okay, she's a 33 life path. You guys all know her. Is it safe to say that she's kind of the motherly figure to all of you guys to a point? The big sister,
I just met
the
her
one
today.
who, besides you, the one who gets things done, the one who knows everybody. Is that her?
I would say so, yeah.
Okay. Would you
I
say
would say
that
so.
she's influential?
Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
definitely.
That's what 33 life paths do. They influence people.
I think her
She-
energy,
Immediately.
She's a
Like
33.
when I met you.
Okay, so I'm a 33 life path too. That's what the GG. That's why it's tattooed on me here. I'm a 33 life path. I've literally made numerology and astrology mainstream by myself, and I got over 1 billion views coming down here in Miami. I just moved down here in Miami.
Where are you from?
Cleveland, Ohio. Mistake by the lake, they call it. And I was,